This is Week 7, Task 1 screencast. And the assignment is to use the web to learn why some K through 12 schools choose to encourage and or produce online classes for their students, and why some K through 12 schools do not choose to encourage or produce online classes for their students. So I am going to copy from the why to the students, and then I'm going to paste that on my Google Docs. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide what I'm going to use as my search term. So I think I'm going to I go to Google, and I'm going to put K through 12 online classes and hit enter and see what I come up with. Okay, we have online public school, online high school, online private stuff, so that looks like it might apply. That may be right there. Let me see what that one looked like, because I think I'm going to have to change my search because it looks like I'm coming up with schools, and I don't want to come up with schools. Okay. So let's produce K through 12 online classes. Okay, facts about virtual schools. Okay, that may be something interesting. So I'm going to open that one. K through 12 Missouri State Government. That may be something. That. I'll open that one too. And that one. What critical problems? Okay, let me open that one. And okay, so I've opened a bunch of them just to look through and see what comes up. So the first one I'm going to go to is the facts about K-12 public virtual schools. So okay, there's a lot of considerable amount of misinformation or inaccurate perceptions about how they work, and the following facts should help to clarify. Although public schools make contact with private vendors to receive curriculum management, public virtual schools are governed by public entities and so I'm going to write down contract online vendors, because it may be something I want to put in my search terms next. What about academics and accountability? Okay. Any eligible student may enroll regardless. Okay, are virtual schools homeschools? They aren't. They still have the same state assessment tests. Have established curriculum determined by the school what the students will follow. Okay. Every student is assigned to a state certified public school teacher. Teachers provide instruction, guidance, support, track academic attendance. Okay. On average, approximately 30% less funding than traditional schools. It is important to know the difference between high-quality, full-time, statewide public virtual schools and other programs that offers simple correspondence or supplemental courses. A number of the studies have examined the significant costs associated operating a full-time. Okay, that number of studies. So that may be something I want to look at. So I'm going to go back to my Google Docs and I'm going to put that there. So sorry about the interruption. Okay, so I'm going to also go back and get that link or the website address, and I'm going to post it right there. Okay, then I'm going to go to the next link, and it's the official Missouri State website. Okay, so public school, private school, homeschool, online virtual schooling. Students are not able to attend. Their medical reasons, or they involved in special activities, are presently outside of the state. Okay. So let me see. Oh, that's got a link to it. Okay. You're exiting to a site that's not part of the government domain. Okay. That really isn't what I'm looking for either. Okay, so I'm going to go to my next site because I didn't think there's anything that's on topic there. Can massive open online make up for outdated? They will live in. I'm not just talking about American school. The problem seems to be global. Okay, the evidence for this hits me square in the eyes each day when I log in to read a forum about parts. Mathematics as a basis. This course sets out to develop kind of creative out-of-the-box thinking with practically every forward-looking government report around the world tells us is going to be critical as we move to 21st century. The kind of creativity and education it talks about in the standard high school mathematics, the only real prerequisite for my... Okay. I'm going to go to the next one. Oh, an innovative course review product. Here's an interesting part. It says, given the stranglehold on U.S. public K-12 education held by various powerful groups with a vested interest in preserving the status quo, buttressed further by others who want either the same lucrative market, offer a wonderful opportunity to overcome the damage schools do, provide the workforce the nation now needs and will increasingly need in greater numbers. But to achieve that, those developing new courses need to resist the pressures from many sides. So, it appears that, okay, here was another powerful feature of Emma. We take is its traditional course structure of assignment, release, and submission times can be repurposed to create periods of intense activity when thousands of social media connected students around the world that would be, let me cut and paste that, because that is a point that I would make in my topic to whoever you got that I'm going to be writing to this week. So let me go back there to get that website. Okay, and then let's go over here. Okay, so now let's go back to Dr. Keith Devlin. Okay, the other features too can be leveraged to provide good learning. Even so, I doubt that. Yeah, that's true. Who's got the money to go to Stanford though? So yeah, which regularly turned out young people equipped today's world. But I think with some effort we can scale down, can make up much, putting 21st century students through 19th century school system. For the latter, most worrying splits appears to be largely based on age. So it's basically okay. So he says it's age. Okay. Let me go here. Considers age a factor in whether or don't support. Older generation tend not to support, whereas younger generation does. So, okay, so that's pretty much on that article, found in that article. So, let's go, let me see, we're back to this one. Okay, maybe check out his blog, see what that looks like. For part of my arms respects overhype over connect with them. No, I don't see anything. It looks like it's, so I'll close that out. Okay, and let's go on to the next one. K through 12 jobs with part-time, telecommuting, or flexible working. It's out of Virginia that provides web-based interactive classes learning since 1999. No, that's wanting to see if that isn't too good either. Okay, from bricks to clicks. Using explanatory quality, national standards for quality online courses to measure the intent to which teachers in a blended middle school and a fully supplemental high school are designing quality online learning environments for students. Graduate student reviewers were trained to conduct course reviews of blended or fully online by teachers in one or two Georgia secondary education agencies and teams. Graduate student reviews report instances of their findings and recommends to the teachers and their respective administrators. Okay, now that's a little bit of the history right here. Started in Canada. That's always nice. Of course, that's why it's called an introduction, I guess. No Child Left Behind Act requires states to offer alternative schooling options to students attending schools that fail to make adequate yearly progress. This has forced many schools to consider alternatives to site-based learning. With school populations increasing faster than facilities can be built, combined with teacher shortages, budget cuts. See, that's a lot of what I see in let me see. So, go back to my Okay, so schools. Online class online classes to compensate for a lack of teachers, buildings, and facilities, and budget cuts. And then budget cuts. Okay. One area that remains particularly understudied is the single district program or programs run by individual school districts or local education agency. Okay. Online programs run by single district for students in the district represent an emerging category of online learning activity. Limited data are available for the district's programs, but existing data points and anecdotal evidence suggests that the number of district programs is growing rapidly. These programs often combine supplemental online courses and blended online face-to-face learning opportunities. Okay. This study seeks to contribute to the knowledge based on single district programs by documenting the current results of ongoing blended and ongoing quality project involved graduate students referred to as graduate student reviewers. Okay, so one of the hallmarks is the lack of research to study, support, and guide its growth. Efforts to consolidate what is known about the phenomenon. A number of literature reviews have published that offers detailed suggestions for the need for research. And so, however, the research cited to make informed decision making comes from the field of adult distance education. Care must be given when generalizing adult research together. Yeah, that's for sure. Younger students need to be provided guidance in developing characteristics of. So that's interesting. Was it distance learning? Let's see. Decision making. Yeah, adult distance education. Okay. So I see. Care must be given when generalizing adult research to K through 12 student population. Studies conducted in adult distance suggest students who exhibit greater autonomy and responsibility are found to be more successful distance learners. And okay, so that would be a drawback for having did I not copy and paste that? Copy. Okay. Let me see. Go to the okay. Let me see. Growth in the field, blended online or outpacing blended online learning is outpacing research. The 2007 Sloan survey, district administrators found 2/3 of all schools who enrolled in blended or online class. 1/5 of the administrators indicated the intention of introducing such courses in coming years. Were identified 5 main benefits cited across the literature to justify virtual schooling: expanding education, providing high quality learning opportunities. Okay, let me just go. So that would be a good part of justification for it. Okay. So let me see. While caution against broadly applying the findings to a K-12 audience, a recent meta-analysis suggests that blended online learning may offer advantages over face-to-face learning. The reasons for the advantage seem to have less to do with the medium itself and more a combination of differences in time spent in curriculum and for some online blended formats may allow teachers to employ alternatives to behaviorist teaching practices. For others, the push to get courses online from the fear may lose their pupil funding. Okay, that would be fear that traditional funding may be lost. Okay. Okay, so it's the fear of losing their their funding. Okay, so where was it? How was that? Recommends the research over funding to push courses, becoming more choice. Wants the traditional education used to. Okay. Using traditional methods. to evaluate online courses. Is marginally effective. Excuse me. It's marginally effective. Okay. The need for new research and quality online is the need for professional development to train pre-service and in-service schools, teachers, and to design and delivery of blended learning. Combined with has completely new dimensions to the issue of training quality teachers. There's a real agreement about the standards for teacher training and online. There is little real agreement. So to me, that's like there's no standards. Deliver. Let me see. Okay, I know what I want to put. There is no their little agreement on how much or quality of training of okay, so small percentages receive online teachers receiving training at university level. I say if an institution asks educators to teach online but does not provide adequate training and support the quality of online, that's a good point to make. Okay, let's see what else it's got. Condition for teacher learning. They focus on licensing. Their license. Okay. The rest of this is saying what that their initiatives are. how they went about the rest of their to write their report and stuff. But the very beginning of it was pretty good. But that's the last of that search feature on it. So you close out these, and that's a Missouri one. Yeah. Let me see what other search terms I can come up with. Okay, so let's go back again to what was our question? Our initial question. That was why some choose to produce, why some K through 12 online schools work and others don't. Okay, there we go. With looks like I'm back to the K through 12, K.com, 12.com. Here's something that looks interesting. Virtual schools on the rise, but are they right for K through 12 students? Here's one from parents.com. Are virtual elementary schools good for kids? And this one is a report saying that K through 12 online charters lag behind real schools. And homeschool reviews. Okay, that one. And then, should all schools be virtual? Okay, let's start with what do we have up here? Start with virtual schools on the rise. Oh, it's an article from CNN, looks like. Schoolsoftthoughtblogs.com, CNN. Okay. It's learn algebra, no ordinary class. Takes part of her training to become a ballerina. Katrina takes dance, including up to 8 hours on Fridays. All that training makes it hard for her to go to a conventional school. Going to school online. Okay, so let me see. 250,000 students in kindergarten through 12th grade were in full time. That's interesting. And it's increased by 20. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, so let me see. Okay, the Y is because parents are having problems with traditional schools. Okay, so let me see. Let's go back and see what else it says. So questions about the effectiveness. There's so much more to learning than content acquisition. Socialization, there's discussion in classroom. K-12 incorporates interaction into the curriculum. We always try to keep them active. It's an environment. We also have to have family conferences once every month for a half an hour. So, okay, so that's one way to keep. Okay, so meets parents once a month. K-12 is one of the largest online educators, founded in 1999. The company offers full-time school programs. The company contracts school district with state aid to offer public schools who enroll as a free full-time online. Does out-district registration sometimes apply. K through 12 sells products, services. Wow, that's a business. K through 12 also sells products, services, all which help bring in 500. That goes to what I was talking about initially, is the high cost of it. School districts want this, teachers want this, students want this. 5 years ago, we were about 1/5 the size we are now. Okay. Packer describes technology-based learning as powerful and believes that as technology becomes more ubiquitous, virtual schooling will make more and more sense. Report: more students was needed. Study was needed to determine the effectiveness of online education. Data from the Virginia Department of Education showed that as a group of students at the Virginia Virtual Academy did not perform as well on state reading, math, and okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is another negative, is that students do not perform as well as the traditional schools. Okay, learners being graded, grade level they join, and performance improves the longer the student is enrolled. Let me see. School funding is dire straits. Where was I at? Okay, here we go. You've got to measure from school school is new, so students using tax dollars. There's another thing that they're facing budget shortfall. Supporters, critics agree that online learning let me see. Online. Okay, the supporters and critics of virtual schools agree that online learning doesn't work for all students, and that parental involvement matters. Bright, highly motivated students may thrive, but those struggle in ordinary schools may continue to struggle. Parents of K-12 incorporated students are expected to act as learning coaches to help facilitate their children's. The debate over online education is sure to go on, with companies that provide these services can expand. In the meantime, after receiving top scores on state tests in history, reading, and math last year, according to her mother, Katrina believes her family made the right choice, so that's nice. Okay, what is the next one? Virtual elementary school. Should you enroll your kids? Many parents are leaning towards online classes for their kids. Logs onto a computer in his kitchen. Reasons for choosing virtual schools. Parents choose virtual schools for their children for many reasons. Convenience. Be on our own schedule, and many parents choose. They say we have homebound kids, couldn't go to school because of medical issues. We have actors. So bullied at the regular school. Jane was doing what she was told to do all day. Now she has more flexibility. Online school can be tailored to fit individual academic needs. In some schools, students are given an individualized education plan based on the assessment at the beginning. The assessment pinpoints the student's areas of strength. Student is a whiz at math but struggles in reading. He can progress in one area and receive extra help in the other. Gets away from groupthink for learners. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. I see what it's saying. It's saying the online school can be tailored instead of. So that's another thing. So, oops, I forgot to get that. Okay, one reason you don't want to, you've got to be careful with all your tabs, is you close out your Google Docs. Okay, so let me see, where would I, that would be right there. Okay, so okay, this is the we were in the parents one. Homebound schools can athletes. Okay, brick and mortar. Okay, online school can be tailored to fit individual needs. That's what I wanted to put down. And let me see what else. Gets away from groupthink where learners have to go through at the same time. Let me see. Pros and cons. Although computers are a big part of it, much of the actual work is completed the same way traditional schools are. Still read books, fill out worksheets, write papers, complete science experiments, and take quizzes. Okay, that. Some of the assignments and assessments are printed, scanned, uploaded. Called learning coaches are required to work closely with their child. As students become older, more responsibilities on them. A lot more involved at the edge. Okay. Maybe a good fit for our child. Some online schools are based in local districts, but some statewide virtual schools have students who could be 100 miles apart from the schools, miss socially or lack opportunities to work. Okay, so in real-time online lessons and numerous in-person school-sponsored activities. Okay, so social involvement, not an issue. Have several based activities. Okay. Researches on the consequences of local and emotional. Research is mixed. This is a story of big business waking up to billions of dollars educating the nation's kids. It's kind of, the teachers don't receive quick feedback. So even though the online education model seems to work for many families, parents need to ask questions. Okay, so teachers don't. Okay. I think I'm close to my time, if not over it now. So I will continue on screencast 2.